Often what I've seen when clients who come to me who've done their own taxes in the past have missed out on certain things which they can claim back, and it's purely because they don't know, and HMRC don't publicise it. I mean, there's lots of guidance, but if you've ever been on the HMRC website and tried to read through a guidance, no, it's not the most of interesting reads, and it can be quite difficult to understand exactly what you can claim. But there are some simple expenditure which people can claim which they don't know. Mileage is a big one. I mean, people hear about mileage, but often I see people don't claim mileage, and it's a valid claim if you're travelling to and from clients. You can't claim for travelling from your house to a single place of work, i.e. your office, but if you're travelling around to clients in your own car, then you've got 45 pence a mile up to 10,000 miles, and anything over that is 25 pence. But it does stack up. We've done some claims back for some clients, and it's been in the thousands, and it's thousands of pounds which you can claim back tax free. So mileage is one that's often forgotten about. There's other simple things. I mean, I've seen people who are members of professional bodies. You can claim those subscription fees back. Even subscribing to trade magazines which are for the benefit of your business, you can claim those back. And there's things around sort of equipment that you need for the business. I mean, obviously computers, people think, yeah, I can put that through, but it's for my business, I need that. But there may be other sort of tools or other pieces of equipment that you need for your business. So if I've got construction people, putting through their PPE, their personal protection equipment, sometimes they don't put those through because they didn't know they could put the rigger boots through, or safety helmets through, or anything like that they have to have, or high-vis jackets. Just an example of some things, but all those things can be put through on your tax claim to reduce your tax. And those are often, I mean, that's just a small, there's lots of other things, but there's often I find with DIY you end up paying too much tax. And where I would come in, or where we would come in as a company, we'd have a look and go through and ask you the questions and say, have you spent this? Let's have a look at your expenditure and question everything and say, well, why are you not claiming that? And you can claim that. And the result is, with clients, we save them thousands of pounds in tax on things which they didn't know they could claim, and hence whatever you pay as a fee to do that, in terms of an accountancy fee, you'll get back, because even the accountancy fee you can tax deductible. So if someone comes to us and says, can you do a tax return? Yes, of course, there's a charge for that, but that's tax deductible. But we often always make the client money back through tax from whatever they pay, so it's worthwhile investment rather than trying to do it yourself. And there's also a risk you claim for things which you shouldn't claim. So I've seen that in the past where people have claimed too much. We touched on earlier about what you can claim for your house, and people have put too much through, and they've claimed for clothing. I've seen people claim for clothing, and really you can't. You can claim for things that you wholly and necessarily need for your business. So the example I touched on about construction, you need rigger boots to go on a site because that's a health and safety requirement. But I've had a recruitment business claim for suits, and it's like, well, no, really, because it's not wholly and necessarily for business. You might feel that it is because you've got to go to clients, but the HMRC's, well, no, you can wear a cheap shirt and cheap pants. You don't need to put a £500 suit through. The only real trade that can actually claim for clothes is actually barristers, because they have to wear the wigs and the gowns and everything, and that's pretty much it. So if people are putting all those claims through, you get inspected by HMRC, they'll ask for the money back and they can fine you. So again, doing it DIY, on one side you can say, well, I'm not claiming everything. On the other side, people may be claiming the wrong things and be penalised and can get hefty fines for that.